whether it be tennis or any other thing you do in life. But you know what? They've heard me say it. Good is the enemy of great. And so that you see our goofy hashtags all the time on social media. And in case you're ever wondering, I know some people think they're nuts. They're pretty simple. The first one's Colts versus everybody. Everybody. Well, it's Colts and then everybody else in my mind. That's how it works. We're up here, and that's where we're going to stay. And then the other one we do is greatness has no peak. I mean, we were good last year. We were. We won the state championship. It was great. But we had other things to accomplish. And that we define greatness as being the best you can be every day. Be better than you were yesterday. That's what you did. That's not perfection. The Lord knows we're not perfect, and we weren't perfect in the tennis court. But we were going to be great. And we were pretty good, as you're going to get ready. I'll tell you about. We went 8-2 in the regular season as a team in our records. We beat 3 6A public schools, 2 of which finished in the top 4 of the state tournament in 6A. We finished, I think we lost one district match, which we lost 5-4. I'm going to get that one back next year, by the way. But we were really, really, really competitive. And I think a sign of that was I started getting phone calls. I got a phone call to come into a preseason tournament from, as I like to say, the best teams in the state. And even though Coach Andy looked at me and goes, "Are we really going to play on that?" I said, well, I'll clean up what I said. I said, "You're darn right we are." And we did. We competed there. And it was fun to get there and see our kids, because our kids put in so much hard work every day. And the result of that was our girls won the district. Then they went to the North State tournament, won the North State tournament. And then, even though because of school testing, the actual state tournament was spread out in tennis over 2 days, because they were trying to get people to make sure they could compete along with taking, I guess, AP tests. When we finished, actually midway through the day, on the first day, the person running the desk for the MAIS looked at me and goes, "I'm not going to lie, y'all already won the state. Y'all decimated everyone." So congratulations, girls. You're state champions right there. Good job. Our boys were runner-up at district, and then runner-up. They played well throughout. They had some breaks just not go their way, and then finished runner-up at the North State tournament, and actually finished 4th, I saw, in the state tournament. But we were probably a set away from actually winning the state tournament back-to-back. And like I said, next year we're going to get those sets back. Don't you worry. That's our goal. So anyway, we had a great year. I'll give some awards now. All these kids, I wish I could give them all awards. Some of them up. But somebody had to win these certain ones. First is our most improved player. And I hate giving this award. Sometimes that doesn't mean that they were way down when we started. So this is a young lady who really worked hard. She worked hard in the off-season. And you could watch her out on the tennis courts. And she kind of set her mind and decided she was going to contribute. And she did. She actually, for the first time, played in our varsity lineup and played in #1 doubles. And trust me, the sky's the limit for her. If I could just get that head, if she'll believe me that she's as good as she is, she's going to win a lot of blue trophies for Bible Academy. So our most improved player is Sarah Cruz. Our sportsmanship award is a young man who's played in our lineup probably 6 years now. And the best story I can give to you is that a couple years ago we played a team that had a special needs kid on their roster, and he was on the B team. And no one wanted to play against him for other teams. I heard the coach was talking about how other teams complained about having to play him in just a B team match, meaningless match. And this kid's in our varsity lineup and had him. And he came up to me without any prompting and said, "I'll play." I mean, that's what it's about. Let's compete. Let's have some fun. And he went out there and played. I think everybody's fine by then. So we're going to miss him. He is the all-time leader in wins in Bible Academy. So J.C. Cox, our sportsman. I'm embarrassing David. The next award we give is an attitude award. We define attitude as kind of how we talk to ourselves when no one else is listening. And these two, we give 2 of them. And these 2 young ladies played together and they were a trip on the court to watch. But they fought, no matter what happened, and I would come up to them, and I think I taught them a new phrase, at least one of them a new phrase, that no matter what happens, no matter how hard it gets on the court, we just dig the fight. And so they went 13-3 as a doubles team. Hopefully they'll continue to win awards. They're pretty young out there, and they won an individual state championship at number 2 doubles. So Charlie Woods at the games. These days hurt. I don't know how that happened. Our Colt Award, which is a young man who really exemplifies kind of what we're doing in our program, and he fights so hard and represents us so well out there. He played number 1 singles all year, and there's some pretty good players that go play number 1 singles. And for the 2nd straight year, he was a state runner-up. We're going to try to break through that wall next year. And he went 15-1. And with his the last match, the only match he actually lost. But he works hard out on the court. He's very coachable. He's a kid that he doesn't say much out on the court or in practice, but he takes the suggestions and works hard. And when he comes in, he's going to do the absolute best he can every match. So our Colt Award is Holden Cook. Last year we started giving a team captain award, and somebody asked me how we select that, and I said, well, we as coaches just select who our team captain is, because we look at the player who is not only a good leader, a good player, but someone who's a good leader on the court, someone who brings a lot to our matches. If you've ever come to our tennis matches, we try to do our best to try to make it a fun atmosphere. And I can say that when this young man hit the court, you knew he was on the court, because you could hear him from a mile away. And at some point it got contagious to where the rest of our team was rooting for each other, plus our team watching. And I had some coaches that we play against that like that and think, wow, that's cool. And I love y'all's team spirit, which is kind of my attitude. Now I won't lie, I have some coaches who could say, dear Lord, that's irritating. But this young man is someone who's going to be a good one in a few years. He had a good record this year. He finished runner-up in number 1 boys doubles. But he's got a leadership ahead of him. If I can just pull it out of him, and trust me, you can hear him on the court. He's kind of the heart and soul of what we do out there. So our team captain for next year will be Walker Cox. Our 2 team MVPs. We have 2 of them, and it's a team championship we won. In tennis, you win as an individual, and the individual points, kind of like track, go up and form a team championship. We try to kind of push the team atmosphere, but you got to take care of your own court to win. And this was a no-brainer. Our first, we were blessed this year that we had two people that it's a shame that we had to call one of them number 1 girls singles and number 2 girls singles. Because let me tell you, is every single team we play. I had 2 number 1 girls singles going out there. And it's fun to coach. Any sport, we can write that lineup out. Our MVP young lady she's gone 28-0 in the last 2 years at number 2 singles. She has won 2 individual state championships, actually 3 North State championships in her career. And she is an unbelievable competitor out on the court. And she just, it's fun to know that when you go out, we put her out there and, about 30 minutes, she'll come walking by me and shrug her shoulders. Half the time she didn't even talk. She just looked at me and kind of flashed the score. And I didn't say win, loss, whatever. I guess we just both assumed she was going to win. And you know what? She did. So I'm going to miss her. She tells me she's leaving, but I hadn't seen her pack her bags yet. So I'm going to do my best, but I may lose that. Our first MVP is Adair Gaines. Our second MVP is our other girl singles player. She went 15-1 this year and played singles. She didn't make the overall state tournament last year and worked hard. She's worked hard from the time she was a 7th grader coming out here. She is a freak athlete. I'm not saying anything anybody doesn't know. And every match she went out there and played and really just represented our school well. Really, you could see the hard work pay off. And I'll tell you when I knew she was going to win a state championship this year. She lost at 1. And she just crushed some rackets. I'm glad I'm not her parents. I don't want to buy them. But she came off the court and just absolutely, destroyed her racket. And somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, are you going to go talk to her?" I said, "Absolutely not. I'm not getting in that." And so I let her vent, and she sent me a very nice message later on apologizing. And I was like, "It's okay, learn from it. Use that and learn from it." And the next day I saw her taking a private tennis lesson. And the next day of practice, she was actually asking about the things that happened in the match before to ways to improve. I'm going to miss her a lot. She's been a mainstay in our lineup. She's won more girls matches according to Andy Tyer's record than anyone in bio-tennis history that we can find. She went 15-1 this year. She won 58 matches in her career at both singles and doubles. And she is just devastated, not only on the court, but just in tennis rackets when she wants to be. But I think she's moved past that one. She's a great young lady, and if she keeps playing tennis, the sky's the limit. So, Katie Clark, you're our second. Like I said, we had a great year. We 2 straight years that we've been able to come in and be fortunate enough to win a state championship. And to the kids that are coming back next year, know that, like I said, greatness has no peak. We'll have another goofy hashtag at some point, but we're gonna keep hanging banners as long as they let us. So thank y'all. Thanks for all the support from our families that come out there. It's a lot from the kids in school. And if you didn't play in the blue team lineup next year, you got get on the blue team. You got a lot to live up to. So thank y'all.
And again, what a great season the tennis team had. And you certainly can look over here at the state championship banner and see how much they accomplished and how proud we are of them. Our track teams, again, another, I think the girl is going to go first. Okay. We're going to call Coach Shea couldn't be here, so Coach Krista and Coach Caroline Tullis are going to present our Girls Track Award. I tell you, I was at the state track meet this past Saturday, and I just, our girls compete. I mean, our guys do too, and I know Coach Mack's going to talk a little about that, but, they compete. And after we were getting a little picture made and for running events, I think I'm right in this, Catherine Sanders, I said, let's get a quick picture, girls. And she said, well, all 5 of us. So they took 5 people, I think, to the running events, and they were in most all of them. So that tells how much they put into everything, and we're just really proud of our girls and our guys. So, coaches.
Good morning. Okay, I'm going to start off with JV first. This group of girls, everyone knows, even in other sports, they're just winners. They want to win. They want to do their best always. So it's no surprise that they had a successful season, and I know they'll get a lot better as the years go on. First, we have Best of Jumps, and she started off really well and eventually got hurt. She couldn't finish the season, but she's always there, always wanting to improve, and always goes hard. Addie Jane Reed, Best of Jumps. Next, we have Best of Throws. She had some coaches on the side helping her out there constantly. She started off sort of on the lower end of throwing, but then as the season goes, she ended up being in the varsity for shot put as well. So she progressed constantly as well. So we had to acknowledge that. Best of throws, Allie Kyle Cunningham. Next we have best of track. This just means all around, anywhere we needed her, she was. She always went hard. She gave every last bit of everything she had in her after every race. This goes to Stella Rose Cartwright. Next we have best hurdler. She was somebody that, again, went hard always. It's just a group of winners. They have this winner mindset. They want to win. They want to do their best every time they go out there. Every time she hurdled, she did better. And this award goes to Avery Carter Allen. Next, we have most improved. She started off at the beginning of the season and had never done this before. She felt awkward doing it. She always thought she was doing terrible, and she's only in the 9th grade and has so far to go. She started off in discus, hasn't done this ever before, and she surprised us daily. And she kept up with the Pillar girls and the East Rankin girls, and came short at North State, but I reminded her, you're young, you're going to do better, and if you're keeping up with the seniors at this age, you're going to get even better. This Most Improved Award goes to Anna Patrick Hayes. Lastly, for JV, we have Most Valuable. This just goes to someone, again, she was all around great on track. She did jumps. She was just everywhere we needed her, and she even moved up to varsity after JV season. Most valuable for JV goes to Stella Rose Cartwright. Okay, next we have varsity, and I can't express how proud I am of these girls for going hard. I mean, they wanted to be the best again, and you cannot find girls like this. I mean, I'm serious. They worked so hard. Starting off with best of jumps, we were starting off at the beginning. We knew she had potential. We kept working, and Shay kept saying, believe in the process, believe in the process. You'll get there, you'll get there. And then right when we needed her to get there at North State, she jumped a 16.4 in long jump. So this goes to Taylor McCain. Next we have best of throws. She was our shot put thrower, and I remember at the beginning of the season we were looking on MileSplit, which has all the rankings for MAIS and all that. And this girl from East Rankin threw like a 34, and she was averaging like 30 at that time. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna get there." Look at that. I'm worried about just like what's on there. Just worry about doing your best. So she worked hard constantly, and I think was it 36? Yeah, 36 through when we needed her to, and that was the best. I mean, it's just fun to watch her, and her improvement is amazing. But throws, Sheila Mancini. Next, we have best on track. This athlete is just all around good athlete. She ran whatever she needed to. Even at the end, she hadn't practiced hurdles all year, and then we were like, "You're going to run hurdles with this experience." She accepted that, and then she hopped on it and then did great at it. So best on track goes to Jane Sanders. Next, we have best hurdler, and of course, it's her sister. She went hard all year, and every time she went against someone in a meet, she got a better time, almost every single time. And I know next year is going to be her year for the gold, So please give a round of applause for best hurdler, Catherine Sanders. Next, we have the Colt Award. We talked about this, and it's going to a senior that was always there, always pushed herself. She had personal goals, not just along with the team goals as well. And you could tell every time she was at practice that she had a goal and she was going to get something, she was going to do her best. The Colt Award goes to Marley Mancini. Most improved. This was just fun to watch because Coach told us she's great with pole vault, and she started the game with Susie and started off like had our issues and going up and down, well then she just decided one day she was going to go hard at it, and she did, and that was at the state track meet, and ended up tying a pillow at 8-6, which was her PR. She stayed at, what did she stay at? We don't have to talk about that, she said. But she was complacent for a while, and then she needed to turn it on, she turned it on. So most improved goes to Susie Page Long. Lastly, we have most valuable. This runner, she did triple jump, long jump, all the relays, whenever we need her for the 4x4 or the 400. And then at the end of the year, we put her in the 100 dash. She was just, whatever you need me to do, I'm going to do. And almost so close beat someone that we've been trying to beat for a while. And it's going to happen next year, I just know it. But MVP goes to Taylor McCain. Those are all the awards for girls, but I just want to say that I'm so proud of seeing the progress and the work ethic of these girls on the track team, and I